say one man's trash is another man's treasure. But if you want to
Up next, the Heat taking on the Hawks. For the Miami Heat, they're well aware that starting the season on the road can make for a choppy start. They plan to rise to the challenge and steal a first win here. Hawks, Heat, coming up next. It's Friday night and live on 2K Sports. We're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for him.
And he's been on the upswing offensively these past few months. And you know how much they love getting all those extra points out of him. He's been carrying a much bigger load lately, and I think he'll just continue to get better.
So here's Miami's starting group. The guard set is Rozier and Herro. Adebayo is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. And for the Hawks, the pairing up front, Johnson and Capella. Young is out there with Daniel. And it's LeVert in at the small forward. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
Now, here's LeVert. Can't get it to fall. Rozier with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. Anderson passes to Herro. Off target from three-point range. Wiggins against LeVert. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
Oh, tricky shot for LeVert. Defense is all over him, but he draws a foul on that attempt.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the free throw drops for LeVert. And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 conference finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck and middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that.
LeVert hits both of them. And Brent, if the super team era is indeed coming to a close, the Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
Now, here's Capella. After Tyler Herro's miss. And it's LeVert missing. So Rozier will bring it up for Miami. Herro kicks to Rozier. Back to Herro. Clock at 6. Drills it from outside.
Producing from behind the arc, that is huge stuff from Tyler Herro.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to speak with Quinn Snyder just before the game. They were raving about an opposing player, in this case, Andrew Wiggins. Coach said, I have tons of respect for Wiggins. 100% effort on both ends. Andrew can beat you scoring it, but he can also be a shutdown defender. High praise for Wiggins, the former first overall pick. Kevin?
Thank you, David. LeVert from outside. Connects from three-point range. LeVert's got 5.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor it.
Now here's Anderson. Here's Wiggins. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Wiggins against Johnson. Now, here is Young. Last game he had 28 points. Over Rozier. Young's shot is good.
It's all about smart choices, and Trae Young's making them right now.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Checking out some numbers for Jalen Johnson. Great showing for him last season. He put in about 16 points a game last year, 8 rebounds and 3 assists. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Now, here's Rozier. Anderson, a screen on Young. Bounce pass from Rozier. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
And you look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
That free throw good from Anderson. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Tough to match up with Kyle Anderson because of how quirky he plays. Changing speeds, plays slow, but sees the floor remarkably well.
Here's Herro. Karis LeVert making his last shot. Now Herro. He's tightly guarded. Good defensive work there by Young.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Johnson kicks to Capella. Pass to Daniel for 3. Johnson. Rebound by the Heat. Here's Anderson. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Hawks passing it around. It's stolen by Adebayo. And they're pushing it up. Floats it up for Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
He makes that look so easy. Andrew Wiggins up and down on the alley-oop.
LeVert the pass to Johnson. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside, Herro. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And it's LeVert missing.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
Here's Anderson, and finished off by Anderson.
And once Rozier spots that hole in the defense, he just doesn't hesitate. Just sends the ball to an open shooter.
Now, here is Young. Johnson sets the screen for Young. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Reza Shea, he's checked in for Atlanta. Jaime HAWKS, he's checked in for the Heat. Here's Rozier. No scoring in this one. Pass to Adebayo and taken away by Johnson. Shea with it, working on Anderson. And it's Shea missing.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, you try your best defensively to push Bam away from the rim. That's easier said than done.
Now, here is Young. Here is Daniels from past the arc. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Anderson kicks to Herro. Pass to Adebayo. And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That is his first foul of the game. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
It's stolen.
The instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
Young passes to Johnson. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Great D that time from Adebayo. Rozier against Young. And the basket by Rozier. Rozier's got the game tied up here for Miami.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
From deep. Good on the three-point shot.
A true highlight of Shea's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
Pass to Adebayo. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Atlanta.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And the shot goes in.
And we continue to see Rozier taking on more responsibility offensively. Nice finish inside.
Capella with a screen on Rozier. Young, no good. The Heat have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Herro passes to Adebayo. Double team on Adebayo. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here's Daniels. Hasn't made one yet. Shea wide open. And it's off from three-point range. Rozier against Young. Adebayo with a screen on Young. Rozier for 3, drills the three-pointer. Rozier's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Pretty reliable from outside. You got to get a hand up on Rozier from that area.
Bounce pass Young. Here is Daniels. He's covered by Herro. 5 on the clock. And that one's good. Daniels.
Looking confident inside at 6'7". Daniels has the height to feel comfortable down low.
Capella against Adebayo. On the wing, HAWKS. No good from outside. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. Here's Rieseshay. And no good that time. Good D by Anderson. The Heat have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. HAWKS outside. To the paint. It's stolen by Johnson. Lob pass to Capella. Stolen by Herro. Rozier with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
The Hawks trailing. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. Nance comes in for Johnson. Karis LeVert's checked in for Daniels. And Bones Highland subbed in for Trae Young. .132 left in the first quarter. LeVert against Wiggins, and it's LeVert missing.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Heat moving the ball around. Jovic passes to Wiggins. Out to Smith, 6 to shoot. And the 3 off target. The Hawks shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Okongwu with a screen on Wiggins. And the rejection by Love.
Well, how about that? Kevin Love getting up and making a statement block there.
And he makes that one. And now it's a 3-point Miami lead.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Highland with it. Scoreless thus far. Okongwu with a screen on Smith. Here's Highland. It's good from long range. Highland's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
There's still some work to be done here for Highland, but when he's hitting from deep, it helps get everything else going for him.
Kicks it out to Wiggins. Love with the screen for Wiggins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Karis LeVert. Miami shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line. So those numbers are always going to be positive.
And he knocks down the first one. Both teams will make substitutions. And both free throws good for Wiggins. A big-time effort for Terry Rozier, providing a lot of energy for the Miami Heat. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
On the court for Miami here in the second. They've got Mitchell. He's out there with Andrew Wiggins. Kevin Love out there with HAWKS. And it's Jovic in at the 4. Now, here's Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. And it's Ricochet with the rebound. Atlanta shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Pass to Wallace. Nance outside. Here's Ricochet. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Now Mitchell out to the right wing. Jovic passes to Mitchell. This one for 3. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game. Greg, every year injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David.
Oh, that's a great sign for Ricochet, proving he can handle the physicality of the NBA.
Love kicks to Wiggins. Love with the screen for Wiggins. Bangs home the trifecta. Wiggins has got the lead up to 6 now for the Heat.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Heat?
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
LeVert against Wiggins to stop the run. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from LeVert.
Due to that aggressive style of play on the offensive end, LeVert is kind of just used to contact at this point.
Such a wide open look. Wiggins has got 10 points in the quarter.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Pass to LeVert. Banked in off the glass.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're going to grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big 3, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
The Hawks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Atlanta making a switch here. Mann's checked in. The Heat also with a sub. Smith is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Heat leading by 7. Pass to Wiggins. HAWKS outside. Off target from outside.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Here's man. Nance outside, just 4 to shoot. And the rejection by Smith. They recover it. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Heat. Last time they met was in Miami.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserves.
Probably looking for more of the same here. As we know, a deep bench so crucial to any team's success.
For Miami, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. The free throw drops for HAWKS.
Now, you come into the league as a 22-year-old rookie. HAWKS Jr. excelled from the jump. I mean, tons of collegiate experience, very mature, and I think that's paid off in the early stages here.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Kyle Anderson comes in for Andrew Wiggins, and Herro subbed in for Smith. HAWKS hits both of them.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And with that, the Heat lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Young.
Toughness inside from Trae.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's made the decision he wants to huddle up with his guys. The Heat leading by 7. Now Herro. A 38-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
Yeah, and it seemed like he spent about half the game shooting free throws. Credit him for really taking it to the defense.
Here's Jovic. And here's Anderson from the arc. And with the rebound. Hawks have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Screen by Capella. Here's man. He's covered by Herro. Here's Young driving inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Trae Young in this game is playing completely in control and taking advantage of defenders being overly aggressive.
And one of those guys, Brent, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game.
That one is no good. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. I mean, you love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Here's Young. The Heat getting the bucket. Rebound by the Heat. Anderson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside, Herro. HAWKS outside. And Young comes over to help. Love finds Herro. Love with the screen on Capella. Sinks the triple. And it's an 11-point Heat lead.
You have to be mindful of Herro's range. He can absolutely burn you from outside.
Capella with a screen on Anderson. And stolen by Love. In transition, here comes Miami. And there's Herro. That's good on the assist by Anderson. Herro's got the lead up to 13 now for Miami. Young outside. Can they get it? Buries it from three-point range. Young's got 10 points.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's Love. Still without a basket. Herro, no good.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
And it's good, 2 points.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Here is Love. Here's HAWKS. Over in the corner, Herro buries the long-range jumper. He's got 12.
Pretty much poor defensive effort there. You have to get a hand in his face when he's spotting up from distance.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. The 10-footer. And another basket for Miami.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams. The Heat in 5th.
Collectively, I mean, they had an amazing year at the free throw line. Sometimes free throw shooting can be contagious, and it seemed like everyone on their team had the hot hand.
LeVert the pass to Daniels. Johnson the screen to the middle, stolen by Anderson. Pass to Rozier. The Trae. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Three-pointer, LeVert. Miami grabs the miss. Here's Herro. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, Branson's entering the NBA. Tyler Herro has been a constant scoring threat.
Yeah, Kevin, the scoring for Tyler Herro is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with. Those are areas that Tyler could shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season.
That's good from Herro.
And Herro, one of those guys you just rely on coming in and giving you that offensive pop. He does a lot of things for his team on that end of the floor.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Pass to LeVert. Johnson with it. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. So Johnson hits 2 of them. So Rozier will bring it up for Miami. Puts up a 3. Rebound Atlanta. Capella's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Levert kicks to Capella. Pass to Daniels. Shoots over Herro. Daniels, no good. Miami leading by 13. Wiggins outside. Outside, Herro. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Capella sets a screen for Levert. From outside, off the mark.
It's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
And Capella sends it back.
And Capella, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. You can see his timing on that play.
Young. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel. Young's got 12.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Anderson outside. Young against Rozier. Right side, Herro. Miami no good on that time either.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
On the wing, Johnson. He's covered by Herro. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Young. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. 14 points for him.
And Young, known as a remarkable scorer, he can fill it up in a variety of ways.
Rozier the pass to Adebayo. They could use a bucket. Rebound Atlanta. Capella's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Young with the ball. Now defended by Wiggins. Young against Wiggins. Johnson inside. The second chance effort. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Kyle Anderson. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots in the game right here.
Looking back to last season, he was at about 73%.
2 shots.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Johnson. And so it's Miami heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. From one Kevin to another, you guys were dominant in that first half and you have a big lead, but do you forget about that in the second half?
Oh yeah, we got to treat it like a 0-0 game. I know we're going to stay in the locker room. We got to come out and win the third quarter. If we do that, we feel like we'll be okay. But like I said, this team is tough. We know they're capable of coming back.
Well, we'll see what happens, Kevin. Thanks. Now back to the other Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
And thank you for joining us, as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the Miami Heat. Do you guys agree in a game like this, typically you go out to your superstars and say, get it done?
Yep, and we did that a lot. Why do you think I scored so much? They gave me the ball.
That's if you got enough oxygen in the locker room at halftime.
I didn't need oxygen tank. I needed photosynthesis.
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Heat.
They're doing a nice job of getting their feet wet in the paint. I like the aggression, powering it up and sending it down.
Hey, if you can get the ball in close, why settle? Invite the defense to stop it.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. You gotta like what Tyler Herro has done in this one.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Heat. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. The pairing up front, Johnson and Capella. Daniels out there with Young. And it's LeVert in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Daniels, no good. The Heat leading by 7. And Anderson kicks to Rozier. Loads it up for Adebayo. An emphatic LU jam.
And Bam with great hands there to leap up and time that one.
And here's Young. To the inside. It's stolen by Adebayo. Here's Anderson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's an 11-point Heat lead.
Anderson's inside game reminiscent of an old teammate of his, Boris Diaw, patient in the post around the rim.
Young for 3. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive. And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Capella finds LeVert. Now Johnson. Now Young. Rozier defending. Epic goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Young.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
Outside, Herro. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. At 3 off the mark. Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Johnson. Here's LeVert. And Adebayo sends it back.
Are we sure that Bam's not wearing a watch out there? Perfect timing.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Make some noise for your ATL dancers.
Chance to check out the stats for Adebayo. Last season, he played outstanding. He was around 19 points a game, 10 rebounds and 4 assists. And he does a great job of just attacking the glass, really determined to track it down.
Anticipation when it comes to rebounding, that can separate elite ones from average ones.
Now, Herro, 19 points in the game, gets the three-pointer to fall.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Here's Daniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock, and he jams it with authority.
Oh, the athleticism there on display from Daniels. That's fun.
Now, Herro, he's covered by Daniels. Launches it. Herro, no good. The Hawks trail by 8. And LeVert, here we go. That one misses. Good D by Anderson. Pass to Rozier. Now, here's Adebayo. Capella covering. Adebayo passes to Wiggins. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Wiggins has got 19 points.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Wiggins against LeVert. Capella with a screen on Wiggins. LeVert finds Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And that's where Capella is so dangerous. He slips off those screens and is such a big target to finish.
Wiggins against LeVert. Back to Herro. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the defense kind of forced that tricky play from Herro. He still gets the shot off while being fouled.
And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Heat.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
Man, scoring off of turnovers is so helpful. I mean, you get easy opportunities at the rim. It devastates the opponent. They've done a great job tonight of converting on those chances.
No luck that time either.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Daniels.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Capella sends it back.
Well, that's just great timing. Interfering with those long limbs. Capella with another shot block.
Herro finds Anderson. 6 on the shot clock. Rozier for 3.
Like the defensive effort from Young there. He gave it all and was rewarded with the miss.
Down low. Stolen by Herro. And now here's Rozier, the fast break champs. Johnson with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Rozier kicks to Anderson. Wiggins outside. Pass to Adebayo. Over in the corner, Rozier. 4 on the clock. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Rozier's got 12.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And you watch Terry Rozier. His playmaking, Brent, has really ascended over the years.
Yeah, Terry has had a really good career and has been a little bit quiet and muted because of where he has played his career, but his opportunity as a secondary role guy to come in and score the basketball and put pressure on the defense, he is a go-to guy for stretches for any team.
No coverage that time. Wiggins has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Heat. Daniels with it. He has 6. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
He certainly, DA, is a two-way threat. That free throw, no good for the Hawks. Larry Nance is checked in for Young. And it's Reza Shea in for Daniels. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for the Heat. Smith comes in for Terry Rozier. Good on the second free throw. Now Adebayo. He takes it in, gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Adebayo's got 6.
All the way, Adebayo sees the crease and exploits it.
Pass to Reza Shea. On the wing, Johnson shoots over Hawkins. The Hawks again can't hit. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And it's Smith missing. The Hawks trail by 12. LeVert with it. Johnson outside. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight. And he makes the first. Mann's checked in for Karis LeVert. Then for the Heat, Nikola Jovic is checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Robinson is subbed in for Smith. So Johnson hits 2 of them. The Heat leading by 10. Outside Robinson. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Jovic. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. Adebayo's got 3 assists in the game. Nance outside. And here is Johnson, defended by Anderson. Here's Reza Shea. Nance a screen on Robinson. Here's Reza Shea. And Adebayo sends it back.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second chance points in the NBA. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
No good on that one. Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. The Heat also changing it up. Highsmith is checked in, and it's Burks in for Duncan Robinson. No good on the second free throw. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
And And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
On defense, the Heat, they lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. They set the screen. Here's Shea. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
The free throw drops for Shea.
At the wing position, Shea has pretty much everything you're looking for, right? Length, mobility, three-point shooting. And add to that, he has a great feel for the game.
And Miami making a change here. Smith has checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. So it's Miami now. Pass to Highsmith. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Jalen Johnson. The Heat have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws. The Hawks trail by 15. Here's man. Johnson the screen. Lets the 3 fly. Trains it from beyond the arc. Man's got 5 points so far.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. The Heat have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
One shot.
One shot.
The Hawks have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Shea with it. He's got 7. 6 to shoot. Pass to Johnson. For 3, Nance. And it's Miami with the rebound. Highsmith the pass to Smith. Here's Jovic. No good with the triple. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. Down by 15. Nance finds Man. The shot's good on the assist by Nance. Man's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Now here is Smith. Still scoreless. Highsmith's shot is good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Johnson. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's HAWKS. It's deflected.
More of this from Larry Nance Jr. rising up and tossing that one away.
58 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Okongwu. Back to Nance. Great D that time from Adebayo.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Pass to Highsmith. Now HAWKS. Snatched away. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Mann. Trips down the breakaway slam.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
Now here's Adebayo. He has 6. Five to shoot. Miami needs to get a shot off. HAWKS. His three-pointers off the mark. And so it's the Miami Heat with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We've got more in store for you right after this. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
Trust it. Good to great. Good to great. Don't settle for average shots. Move it.
Well, Coach Spo instructing his guys, Greg, to just take great shots.
I mean, no reason to rush into a bad shot, especially with 24 seconds to work with.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Mitchell is out there with Jaime HAWKS. Then there's Kevin Love, and it's Highsmith in at the 3 spot. Here's Jovic. Love outside. Inside, Miami again turning it over. And the Hawks making a change here. Bodies checked in.
David Roddy.
Here's Rizachet. Okongwu with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Rizachet. Lays it up off the glass.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Mitchell passes to Jovic. HAWKS with the ball. Shoots over man. Bank shot, no good.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Pass to Okongwu. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Team first. At the line for 2, Onyeka Okongwu.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Okongwu.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Mitchell passes to HAWKS. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Rizachet.
About Kevin Love getting a little physical on the defense, good at using his size and some of that length to pick up the foul on his way up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Well, for a big guy, Kevin Love is certainly one of the best free throw shooters in the game, and you don't want to send him to the line.
Both free throws good from Love. The Hawks trail by 12. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Pass to Rizachet. Back to Nance. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Mann. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Mann's got 10 points in just the second half. Mitchell looking it over. Here's Jovic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Two shots.
Shoot 2.
The first free throw is good. Smith checked in for Mitchell. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Jovic, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Well, he was very reliable, keeping the ball in his hands during the first half. He's had a bad case of the butterfingers here in the second.
The Hawks trail by 10. Now, Mann to the inside. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Jovic. Jovic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Smith. A 3-ball. Nance with the rebound. Nance has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Ronnie. Now Rizachet. Okongwu with the screen for Rizachet. That shot off.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only 1 so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Atlanta has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Mann. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Trae Young, he's checked in for the Hawks. Heat also with a sub. Tyler Herro, he's checked in for Smith. The Heat leading by 10. Now Herro. And Love has it in the corner. And again, it's the Heat missing. The Hawks have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Up top, Nance. Pass to Rizachet, trying to end the drought. A shot's good on the assist by Nance. Nance has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Jovic. Hawkins outside. Fade away, and the shot goes in.
Getting it done in the in-between area. Hawkins Jr. just taking what he sees.
Young taking his time here. Great D that time from Love.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Here's Jovic. Back to HAWKS. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Herro. The three-pointer is right on target. And now it's a 12-point Heat lead.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
On its way from Young for 2. Money from the wing. Young's got 21 in the game.
Yeah, playing heads up right now, Trae Young. I'm amazed at how creative at times he can be.
Over to the wing for 3. Love hits it from three-point range. And the Heat lead by 13.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Team seconds. At the line for Atlanta, Trae Young. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
There's some steely moments that come from Trae Young, and I'll tell you what, if the defense is getting under his skin, he rarely shows that.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Jalen Johnson comes in for Nance. LeVert's checked in for Reza Shea. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Terrence Mann. And so Young nails them both.
But one of the truly elite offensive players in the NBA, Trae Young can carry a team and more with that shooting and playmaking.
Now here's Wiggins.
Oh, the officials are all over that
one. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Herro.
Well, you can tell that dependability on the court means a lot to Tyler Herro. He wants to be that guy for his team night after night.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Pass to Johnson. Over Anderson. Anderson with the block.
Good intensity on defense. Kyle Anderson using the length that time and timing it well to get the rejection.
Wiggins outside. Now Adebayo. Miami no good on that time either.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And it's LeVert missing.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Shots good by Herro.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Daniels. Here he goes. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Daniel's such a shifty player. He has a myriad of ways to get to the free throw line.
Daniels, 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, for Daniels, it's still about finding his niche. It's the potential of Daniels that keeps you tantalized, a swingman that can play multiple defensive positions.
He's off on the second. Miami leading by 14. Here's Herro. That shot missing. Excellent D there by Johnson. And the Hawks with possession here. And that one's good. Daniels.
A good-looking jump shot right there by Daniels.
Miami's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. There's Herro with the 3. Johnson with the rebound. The Hawks have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Pass to LeVert for the 3. And Rozier pulls it down.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Anderson finds Rozier. Wiggins outside. Anderson with the ball. Kicks it out to Herro. Sinks the three-pointer. Herro's got 16 points here in the second half.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
And the shot goes down.
And Trae doing a good job exploring, trying to find those soft spots in the defense.
Herro on the wing. He's covered by Daniels. On deep, Adebayo. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot 3.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project big men, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project. And certainly Miami was able to do that. You have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night. Adebayo is by no means an ordinary big in this league. He's just one of the few players in the NBA who can legitimately guard 1 through 5, a true defensive anchor.
And he nails the 3rd.
Now, the two-way aspect of what Bam Adebayo brings to an NBA court, that's what you have to appreciate. He's so well-rounded as a player, and teams would love to have that kind of ability.
Now, here is Young. Rebound by the Heat. Wiggins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Herro over Daniels. And there's Herro. That's good on the assist by Wiggins.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Here's Young. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Well, that's the attitude that the coaching staff talked to us about before the game. Heads up, aggressive play, and right at whoever's guarding Trae Young.
And he knocks down the first one. He hits one, then this is the second attempt from the free throw line. Now, Herro. He's covered by Daniels. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. LeVert in the corner. Pass to Daniels. Lets it go from deep. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
It's so important that Daniels keeps taking and making these shots. It'll increase his confidence.
Herro passes to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 11 rebounds. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Nice pass and strong finish. Johnson just powering that one down.
And here's Herro. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. At one point, they led by 16. Knocks it loose. Stolen by LeVert. Into the lane. No good on the shot. Miami leading by 12. Wiggins outside. Poked away. Here's Adebayo. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Well, Bam Adebayo's so efficient right there. He picks a smart shot that fits his skill set.
Takes a step back. Here's Young. And Adebayo sends it back. Wiggins surveying the floor. Anderson outside. Herro passes to Adebayo. Double team on Adebayo. Shot clock at 5. And Anderson kicks to Rozier. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Miami.
Tonight they seem committed to the 3-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Tyler Herro.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Here's Adebayo. A putback. Adebayo on the follow. And the Heat lead by 19.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. And now, our player of the game, Tyler Herro.